If you are planning a long haul move this summer, here's some tips to help keep your sanity and save you some money. And I've personally done this move myself a couple times, so I know what I'm talking about. This kind of goes without saying, but if you can, avoid moving in the summer. Summer is the busiest time for moving, which means higher demand and potentially higher prices. Shop around for moving companies. Don't settle for the first quote you receive. And don't hesitate to negotiate. Ask for a breakdown of the cost to understand what you're paying and see if there's any room for adjustments. To give you an example, moving companies will have a default assessment of the value of the goods they're going to be transporting for you, and they're going to put on an insurance charge on top of that for those items. Now, say for example, the value is $10,000, but you really only have $5,000, you're going to be able to save yourself some money by cutting that down. Consider different moving options based on your needs. So if you're doing a very short move, rent a U-Haul. That's probably going to be most cost effective for you, especially if you don't require temporary storage. Now, if you do need the storage, another great option is pods. So storage containers can be a really great solution if you need a flexible timeline to gradually move your belongings. For example, say you're leaving from point A to point B and you get to point B faster than you actually take possession or can move in. What are you going to do with your stuff at that point? Keep essentials with you. So pack a bag with your most important and valuable items along with daily essentials like your weather appropriate clothing for where you're moving, medicine, important documents, and a few kitchenware items, and especially toys if you have children. This way you have everything you need during the transition period, especially if there's a delay before your moving truck arrives. If you're moving for work purposes, you could be eligible to declare your moving expenses on your taxes. So make sure you're keeping all your receipts, including moving boxes, food, expenses, gas, hotel stays. And if you're buying a new home, you may be able to include closing costs as part of your moving expenses as well. Declutter as much as you can before you move. So remember, long haul movers are going to charge you by weight. Moving doesn't necessarily mean that you have to sell everything. Consider the cost and time it's going to take to replace the furniture, especially if you have kids. It may be more cost effective to pay the few $1,000s to move your furniture with you, which in my case, that's exactly what happened.